couple of moments in the Kelowna Rockets dressing room with head coach of the Rockets, Ryan Huska, getting ready for the postseason. Seattle, your first opponent. Let's go back to the regular season, though. 52 wins. What stands out the most about that number?
I don't think, if you were to ask our coaches, I don't think it would necessarily be the wins or any number that we got to. I think the thing that we'll remember is that we had a group that everybody felt a part of things, and that was special to us because each and every night we had everybody in our dressing room who was in the lineup feeling that they could be the difference maker for our club that allow us to get a win. And when you have everybody in your room feeling like they're a part of things, I think a special environment's been created, and I think that's one thing that our coaches are most proud of.
When you talk about team and relationships and just a combination of things, is this the best team you've ever been around?
Yeah, I can say that. You know, they're not the most skilled team we've ever had around, and I don't think we've necessarily had the higher end caliber players that some other teams have had. But this has been a funny group. Sometimes they really do surprise us with small little things, like we'll call them late at night or something to see what they were up to, and you're not expecting them to be at a movie with certain players that they say they were out with. It's a group of guys that really does get along with each other. They spend a lot of time at the rink here, and I think they've become a pretty good, close group over the course of the season.
Started the season 8-6, 1-1, I think it was. Where was the turnaround? Where all of a sudden you went on the run? Was there one play, one moment, one game?
I don't know if there's one specific moment. I think during that stretch when we were just over 500, we were playing pretty good hockey. We just weren't getting the results. And maybe if I could pinpoint, I think potentially bringing Cody Fowley in. I think the additions of the 20-year-olds for us, JT Barnett, Dylan McKinley, but bringing Cody Fowley in at the time we went on our eastern swing, I thought that really helped our group with our confidence level and our depth up front. So if there was a stretch of games, I would say that was probably it. And the one game where I think our room got a lot of confidence was our first win against Kamloops here that kind of broke their winning streak as well.
As far as focus goes, you never want to look too far down the road in the playoffs, that kind of thing. How do you keep focused on Seattle and the task at hand?
Well, that's really, there is nobody past Seattle if we don't play the way we're capable of. So if you don't show teams the proper respect that they deserve, then this game's got a way of biting you. So our focus has been squarely on Seattle. They have a very good team, and they're playing some of their best hockey they've played all year right now, and they have very good depth up front. I think we're going to have to make sure that we're challenging them to play in their own zone, and I think that's the one area that we want to keep them, because they are a very good team on the rush and they have some explosive offensive guys up front that we have to be very careful of.
Who steps in Colton Sisson's shoes?
It's not one guy. We've challenged our group to make sure it's 20 guys giving a little bit extra, and that's, I think, the way we have to approach it. I don't think it's fair for us to say one or two guys are going to pick up for what Colton would bring to the table. So we've asked our players to continue to build on what they've done all year, and that's play as a team in all sorts of different areas. So a little bit more leadership from everybody, a little bit more communication from everybody, and a little bit more push on the ice from everybody is going to be needed for us to win.
When you get to the standpoint in this season and you're looking at an opponent, do you focus on much what they're doing and how they can hurt you, or more just perfecting the things that you can do and what you can control?
A lot of it is perfecting what we do, for sure. At the same time, come playoff time, you have a chance to break your opponent down a little bit more, because they're really the only team you have to focus on. So we do go a little bit more in depth as to what we're going to see and what our players can expect, but we do it in a way where it's more so what we have to do against them. So it's not us so much focusing on their tendencies or their strength, it's about what we have to do against them in order to have success.
Who's going to have the best playoff beard?
Dylan McKinley or Miles Bell. 2 days typically they got a full beard right now, so they're those fortunate guys that can grow in a hurry.
Coach, thanks a lot. Good luck.
Thank you, Ryan.
Ryan Huska, head coach of the Kelowna Rockets. They open the playoffs Friday, Saturday here at Prospera Place against the Seattle Thunderbirds.